Star Trek Yellow Springs, Season 3, Episode 2. We're about ready to begin Jabberwocky. I am to return the orb, which I just recovered from the previous episode, to the temple on Bajor. Put them on screen.
I am Gul Mutak of the Kreegyr, Adjutant General to Gul Kardec. You are carrying stolen property belonging to the True Way. Lower your shields and prepare to be boarded.
Are you insane? We are in orbit of Bajor. We could have ships here in a moment. Hail Deep Space Nine.
Sarah's here.
Commander, we've been ambushed by the True Way in orbit of Bajor.
In the orbit of Bajor? But how could they? Nerve of the... Sorry, I'm okay. I will borrow the Defiant and be there momentarily.
Thanks. We'll hold out as long as we can. The Defiant's with us.
Good. You're still in one piece. Let's teach these Cardis a lesson.
I appreciate your zeal, Commander, but let's not get carried away. Being that she's Bajoran, she would have a very distinct hatred for the Cardassians. But I'm not Bajoran. I don't hate the Cardassians. But they're attacking my ship, and I have to defend myself. Now it's time to take out the Kreegyr. That should do it for the Cardassian attackers.
That's the last of them for now. I will remain in orbit while you return the orb, just in case.
Thank you, Commander. Alright, I'm prepared to beam down. I'm going down alone. I don't need an away team for this. Just simply returning an orb. Acknowledged. FedEx should be near the temple, which is right here. You can tell because it has an orb box emblem at the top. Before I return the orb, let me speak to Vedek Kryn.
How may I help you?
I am here to return this orb to the temple.
Wonderful. The Prophet has smiled upon us this day. What was lost has been returned to us. You have done a great service for the Bajoran people today, and we are most grateful.
It was an honor and a privilege to carry this burden.
Please, place the orb upon the altar.
With pleasure, Vedek Kryn. Alright,
The service rendered is not the service desired. What does not belong cannot be returned.
I don't understand.
What has been returned does not belong. We must travel backwards.
When we gaze in the mirror, we see our faces as others do, but reversed.
Your task abides. You have recovered an orb. Now you must return it.
As you must return.
That was an orb experience. I gotta speak to the Vedek immediately.
I would be honored to know what the Prophet shared with you, if you are willing. Sometimes their visions can be very confusing, and I have some experience interpreting them.
Well, it was very cryptic, but they seem to suggest that this is not their orb, that I must return it elsewhere.
Elsewhere? But it is an orb of the Prophets. Where else could it belong? Unless... Are you familiar with the so-called Mirror Universe? I know very little about it myself, but there is a book on that table over there by a Vedek Eth describing his experiences. Perhaps it can guide you.
Thank you, Vedek Kryn. This book, it was by Vedek Eth. I have been fascinated by the existence of this so-called mirror universe ever since our recent contact with it. I have interviewed the emissary, Colonel Kira, and others about their experience with the mirror universe. But many questions remain. It seems the mirror universe has prophets, but are they the same prophets? There is no mention of a celestial temple, and certainly the mirror Benjamin Sisko is no emissary. I shall petition the Vedek Assembly for permission to enter the mirror universe. The Vedek Assembly has denied my request. Besides the debates about doctrine and theology, the deciding factor was political. The Federation has quarantined any access to the mirror universe, and Bajor is seeking membership. I have continued my research by interviews, but my questions remain unanswered. I fear I have no choice but to renounce my seat in the Assembly and pursue entrance to the mirror universe on my own. I don't have the technological prowess to create one of those multidimensional devices myself, but I have an engineer friend that owes me a favor. Apparently in this next page he made it to the mirror universe. I am lucky to be alive. I managed to cross over the mirror universe, but Terok Nor, as they call Deep Space Nine, has been taken over by the Terran Rebellion. They are using it as a base of power, attempting to reassert their control over the Bajoran sector. Bajorans are not trusted and are used mostly for mining and ore processing. A cruel irony given Bajor's history in both universes. But I was able to join with the Bajoran workers and get some questions answered. The Bajorans of the mirror universe are much like us, and it sounds as if their prophets are also similar. They even have orbs such as we have here. However, to them the Celestial Temple is a myth or metaphor, not a physical place such as ours. I do not know if this is because it simply hasn't been discovered, or if the prophets of that universe have sealed themselves away for some reason. The only way to find out is to either cross over with a spaceship or to somehow procure one there. I've received a curious message from somebody from the universe offering me assistance. A note was left. Shortly after making this entry, Vedic Edith disappeared and was never heard from again. Which means he was captured, tortured, and probably killed.
Sarah's here.
We believe this orb is from the Mirror Universe. We think we can pass through it through an anomaly we found earlier.
Acknowledged. Be careful. The Mirror Universe is known to be more treacherous than our universe. And you will be cut off from any support here.
I appreciate the concern, Commander, but we'll be fine. Beam me up directly to the bridge, and then set a course directly for the Badlands. So I'm going to go in by myself. Can't risk sending in a whole fleet.
Sarah's here. What is your status?
We've entered the Badlands and are heading towards the anomaly.
Acknowledged. Keep comm lines open as long as possible.
Very well.
We have limited intelligence on the Mirror Universe, but from what we know, it appears the Terran Rebellion spread from Terok Nor, eventually forming a new empire. The Terran Empire has reoccupied Bajor. I believe this Captain Lita is the administrator of the Bajor sector.
And she just happens to be Bajoran.
I am Gul Haneri of the Torn, Chief Tactical Advisor to Gul Kardec of the True Way. You are not welcome here. Lower your shields and prepare to be boarded.
That's the second time I've been told that. Red alert, all hands battle stations. I'll be prepared. Hopefully that was the last of them. Make the necessary modifications to the deflector dish. I gotta bombard the portal with tachyon radiation, thereby opening it and therefore going through it. Get a good angle on it. Come to a full stop. Alright. Wish me luck, everybody.
Greetings. I am Captain Lita of the Terran Empire. What a pleasure it is to have visitors from your universe. When Gul Kardec said you might be along, I didn't really believe him. But I couldn't afford to take the chance. Surrender. Now, I will guarantee the safety of your crew.
We will never surrender, and that's the third time I've been asked to do that.
What a pity. We could have had so much fun together. And now, I have to destroy you.
You can try. Oh boy, turn around, turn around, turn around. Oh, great.
Oh, what fun. I was really growing rather bored before you showed up.
I gotta be extra careful. These are cruisers now. Wonder if there's anything I can do. Not really. Sovereign class cruiser.
I apologize for the state of my troops. They've grown rather complacent. I shall have to provide a demonstration, apparently.
Oh, and she's got fighters. And a phaser defense platform. She's in a battle cruiser. Basic maneuvers.
Kardec warned me not to underestimate you. I won't make the same mistake next time we meet.
Very well then. Alright, set a course for Bajor. This time I am going down with an away team. Even if the Bajorans are not hostile towards me, I'm not taking any chances. This is a different Bajor than the one I visited earlier. The one I visited earlier was peaceful. Calm. And quite a beautiful city. The one I'm about ready to visit is the exact opposite. Now let's keep your guard on. As you can see, it's darker. Has more buildings. Oh, that's just insulting to me. The blue antenna. I'm in Dorian, I should be insulted. Why am I not surprised that Gul Kardec's forces are here? I believe it was more likely they were Gul Kardec's troops waiting for us. If they have formed an alliance with the Terran Empire, it would make sense for them to seek refuge here. Ah, there's Captain Lita.
Gul Kardec was right. You are formidable, but pitifully predictable.
Terran forces, attack the invaders! I want them alive.
Wow, I'm actually worth keeping alive.
Enemy target on center. Personal shield losing power.
Guards! Guards!
Why does she always have to hide behind a horse field?
We will meet again. Soon.
I'm sure we will. Oh wow, I just lost my entire away team. No worries. I can resuscitate them. And in turn, they can resuscitate each other. And we'll stand in this medical generator and allow everyone to heal up quickly. Now I gotta reach the temple. As you can see, this is how different the Mirror Universe Bajor is to the regular one that I was just at. If you recall, on the previous Bajor there were no tall structures like this. And right there used to be a monument, not a holographic dancing woman. You can see, oh, there he is. Gul Kardec. Let's finish this.
You have interfered with my plans for the last time.
They all say that. Surrender now.
Stop! Fighting is not permitted here.
Wait a second.
This is not your affair.
It's a changeling. Oh dear God. We thought we were fighting Gul Kardec. It turns out we're fighting a changeling. Ah, he's trying to choke me. That hurt. Oh great, he's turning himself into a monster. Changelings are kind of difficult to shoot and take down. I guess because of their high regeneration rate. That's why it's taking a little bit longer to take him down than, say, the previous soldiers were. We beat him. I'm gonna take him into custody. We gotta talk to Vedic Kryn, this Vedic Kryn of the Mirror Universe. Okay, let's speak to her.
Thank you. I feel much better. But a changeling? Here, we only have stories. In any event, what was the purpose for your visit?
I've come to return your orb.
The Orb of Possibilities? But that was lost decades ago, during the first occupation of Bajor. However did you come by it? Never mind. The prophets teach us not to look at their workings too closely. Don't just stand there. Place it on the altar.
As you wish, and you're most welcome. Well, before I do that, I gotta investigate a pad that Gul Kardec had.
From Gul Kardec to Gul Palat, I have run into some complications. Namely, some agents have interfered with my plans. They have stolen the Orb of Possibilities. I assume they have returned it to the Bajorans by now. Fortunately, the anomaly remains stable. I was able to retreat to the Mirror Universe, where I have taken shelter with my Terran allies. However, I believe they are waiting for my return. Therefore, I need you to meet with Dumatsu Khan at the facility in the Devos system in my stead. Coordinates are attached.
Figure that out later. Let's go ahead and get the orb back where it belongs. Another vision.
We are most grateful. We had thought the orb lost forever. You have restored the balance.
Your enemies lie in wait. They want to prevent your return.
But we shall restore the balance, as you did.
You have returned our orb. Now you must return.
I believe the Mirror Prophets returned us. I must consult with Vedic Kryn immediately. Now you can notice the true difference between the two Bajors. It's calm, peaceful, elegant. Truly a beautiful world as compared to the previous Bajor I just came from.
Greetings. I did not see you enter the temple.
I believe the Mirror Prophets returned me here.
Indeed. I know little of the Mirror Prophets, but if they are like ours, then this is a great honor. Rarely do the Prophets interfere so directly. I take it your mission was a success?
Yes, the orb is back in its proper place.
Then you have the gratitude of 2 Bajors. May the prophets continue to smile upon you.
Thank you, Vedic Kryn. Okay, we gotta report to Commander Sarish. Let her know what happened and what to expect from the pad we just picked up.
So, Gul Kardec was a changeling. This does not bode well. An alliance between the True Way and the Alpha Dominion could prove disastrous for the Alpha and Beta Quadrants. However, the orb has been returned to the Mirror Universe, and you have returned to ours. Nevertheless, we must stop this alliance before they can do any further damage. We shall analyze the pad you retrieved to see if we find this Ketracel White factory.
Alright then. Yellow Springs, beam me up. We go from fighting the True Way to fighting the Mirror Universe Terran Empire. Now, looking at fighting the Alpha Dominion. One thing leads to another. Isn't that always how it goes? Alright, let's go ahead and leave orbit. Alright folks, that was episode 2. I'm going to give you a sneak peek at episode 3. The Factory.
The pad you discovered on Gul Kardec revealed the location of a secret facility in the Alpha Quadrant. There appears to be some kind of alliance between the True Way and the Dominion. We cannot allow them to join forces.
Agreed. I am to head to the secret facility in the Devos system. Alright folks, I hope you enjoyed episode 2. I will see you for episode 3. Until then, this is Captain Chris Dorn, signing off.